Hey guys, how's it going? Miso here, and I'm back with another MapleStory video. Well, sort of MapleStory video. It has to do with MapleStory, but it can be applied to MMOs and games in general. But in one of my last videos, the one that was me leveling to level 25 to 50, one of my viewers commented. His name's Prime540, and we had a discussion about grinding and why I like it or dislike it. And he found some of my points in my video to be contradicting, and that really made me think about what I really liked about grindy games and why, even though I like grindy games, I can't grind for hours upon end to just gain like 1 level or 2 levels, which was what I was talking about in that video. But then at the same time, I thought about another game that I played a lot, probably even more than MapleStory these days, which is Path of Exile. And in Path of Exile, I could literally put hours upon hours grinding a character and then dying and going back in progress, so I pretty much never level. And now I know that's not a great way to play the game, but I don't have that much money a lot of times, and as a result I have to make some cuts here and there in my equipment. But either way, I still have a lot of fun with it, and I farm on that character a lot, but I don't really mind that I'm not progressing that fast. So I was thinking, why do I like grinding in Path of Exile so much, despite not even leveling sometimes? And I really thought about what my motivations were in that game. And that motivation is actually not really grinding, but farming. And as a result of farming for items, my character levels up. And you can say that this exists in MapleStory, like, oh, you could just go find and grind on symbols or grind for nodes. But what really drives me isn't that incremental increase. Like each symbol, each node, let's just say each node is worth X amount of money. I don't know how much it's worth because I play in Reboot, but it's not like a huge amount. But once it accumulates over time, it's a lot of money, right? But in Path of Exile, that exists too. You get currency drops, but there are also bigger and smaller currency. Now, let me put this in the lens of MapleStory. Think back to old school MapleStory. I remember I farmed fire borers hoping for kumbies or green mushrooms. I know y'all have farmed for green mushrooms for hours upon hours trying to get that pan lid. I know, because I've been there. And yet, I never really got bored of doing that. Even if I was like level, what was it? I think green mushrooms were like level 20. That's where you grind on green mushrooms. I would stay there until like level 30, just in the hopes of getting that pan lid. And I wouldn't get tired of doing it. I would just go back there and grind for hours and hours on end to just try to find that pan lid, because that was an expensive item. That was something that you would get excited for if it dropped. Now you get a bunch of random items while you're killing the green mushrooms, and that'll be fine and all, but you know, you just kind of NPC'd those because they're garbage. But you were really just like chasing the dragon, trying to get that pan lid, or trying to get those kumbies or steelies or whatever. And I think that has gone away in MapleStory. And it's probably the reason why I can't grind for hours upon end anymore, even without getting much progression. And that's why I can do that in Path of Exile. In Path of Exile, you get a lot of uniques and currency, which increase your wealth incrementally. But there are those big uniques or big currency drops that just increase your wealth by so much just because you get lucky. And I think that is something that's really, really missing in a lot of MMOs these days. What I'm basically saying here is I want more gambling in MapleStory. I want there to be more RNG, more loot boxes. No, not loot boxes, but kind of the same idea. The reason why we're so attracted to loot boxes and people buy so many of them is because they have that chance to just win big, you know? It's gambling. It's something that's proven over time to draw us in and make us do something over and over again in the hopes of winning big. And I know that in MapleStory you can farm endgame bosses to get really good items that you can sell for a lot, but that's not really grinding. You can only do those bosses a certain number of times per week, and you're also not really progressing in terms of leveling from killing bosses. And that is actually something that existed in the past too. When you killed bosses, you got levels. Like, I remember back in the day with Bigfoot farming or Headless Horseman farming, people would go there and kill those bosses for levels, and that's all gone, which I think is one of the reasons why I've fallen off so much on leveling in MapleStory, at least beyond 200. And I really hope that in MapleStory 2 they kind of take a look at this and think about why people like grinding, why people like me at least like grinding, and implement some of these random rewards, I guess, into the grinding process. But let me know what you guys think. Like I said, this was something that came up when I was discussing an idea with a viewer, and I love that because it allows open discussion and also gives me ideas for videos. So guys, thank you all for listening to the end. I really appreciate it. And please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comment section below so we can come up with more video ideas or discussions. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.